Welcome to yet another edition of WAPFU Elementary Mathematics. This is WAPFU TV and it's your celebrated channel where we demystify, simplify and exemplify elementary mathematics for your understanding. Today we have a new lesson and of course still under fractions, and as we promised you last time, today we'll be handling increasing and decreasing quantities in a given fraction. And at the end of the lesson we should be able to increase and as well decrease a given quantity by a given fraction. Without waste of time, we'll go straight into solving some examples so that you can apply the knowledge of what you've learned in any mathematical problem as far as increasing and decreasing in a given quantity is concerned. The first example here says increase 20,000 kilograms by 1/4. I will be giving you two methods and you will choose which one best suits you and which one you can best understand how to apply in solving any problem on increasing and decreasing quantities. Our quantity to increase is 20,000 kilograms. The next thing we can identify is the fraction. The increased fraction is 1/4, increased quantity. To find our increased quantity, we are going to take 1/4 of, or 1/4 multiplied by 20,000 kilograms, all over 1. 4 can divide itself 1 time and 4 can divide 20 5 times. These 5 zeros will follow. And our quantity here is 5,000 kilograms. Therefore, a new quantity will be equal to old quantity, which is 20,000, plus the increased quantity, which is 5,000. And our answer will be 25,000 kilograms. This is what you're supposed to do if you are asked to increase this quantity by 1/4. One thing to take note of is once you are asked to increase by a given quantity, your new quantity should be more than the old quantity. That's why here the new quantity is 25,000. Meanwhile, the old quantity is 20,000 kilograms. With this method 1 understood, let us look at another method of solving the same problem. If you want to solve this same problem using method 2, this is what we do. First thing is identify quantity to increase is 20,000 kilograms. Increase in fraction is 1/4. New fraction is 1 plus 1/4, which is equal to 1 and 1/4, the same as 5/4. Here we've introduced a new fraction. This is the increase in fraction. The fraction by which you have to increase is 1/4. So the new fraction will be a whole because we had a whole and we are increasing by this. That's why you find 1 here. So it is 1 plus 1/4, which is 1 1/4. And if you change this to an improper fraction, it's going to give 5/4. Therefore, new quantity will be equal to 5/4 times the old quantity, which is 20,000 over 1. 4 can divide itself 1 time and 4 can divide 20 5 times. These 3 zeros will follow. This is 5,000. So 5 times 5,000 is going to give 25,000. Never forget your units. 25,000 kilograms. If you look at both answers, they are the same. And the solving may be different, but the answers are the same. So it depends on you which one is better or can easily be applied. You can use method 1 or you can use method 2. Let us now move to decreasing quantities by a given fraction. Our first problem here under decreasing by a given fraction is decrease 1,000 liters by 2/5. Remember that unlike increasing, when you are decreasing, your new quantity should be less than the original, which means what we should have as answer, as the outcome here, should be less than 1,000 liters. Let's solve. The quantity to decrease is 1,000 liters. Decrease in fraction is 2/5. Decrease in quantity is equal to 2/5 times 1,000 over 1. 5 can divide itself 1 time and 5 can divide 10 2 times, and these 2 zeros will follow. 2 times 200 is going to give 400 liters. Therefore, new quantity will be equal to the old quantity, which is 1,000, minus the decrease, which is 400. And the answer here will be 600 liters. We will note here clearly that instead of adding, like in increasing by giving fractions. In increasing, we added. In decreasing, we have to subtract the decrease in quantity from the old quantity, and we are going to have our new quantity. That's what we have here. This is method 1. Now let's look at method 2. You identify the quantity, which is 1000 liters. The next thing is to identify the decrease in fraction. The decrease in fraction is 2/5. The next thing under method 2 that we have to find here is new fraction. New fraction will be 1 minus 2/5. Remember, when we are increasing, we add the fraction to 1. But here you are decreasing, so you subtract the fraction from 1. And if we find the difference here, it's going to give us 3/5. Therefore, new quantity will be equal to 3/5 of, or 3/5 times 1000, all over 1. 5 can divide itself 1 time, and 5 can divide 10 2 times. Into these zeros, 2 zeros will follow. And 3 times 200 is going to give us 600 liters. If you look at this answer and this answer, they are the same, even though the procedure may differ. It is up to you to choose whether to use method A or method B. But if you do it correctly, you arrive at the correct answer. With that said, we believe you've learned something today under increasing or decreasing quantities by a given fraction. If you did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and equally subscribe so that you can have all our lessons. See you in our next lesson, where we'll be talking about converting fractions to percentages and vice versa. Don't miss this. Ciao.